Hello everyone, this is Lucy05 and welcome to the Comic Man Sancho toy review. And today's review, looking at the 2009 release by Hasbro of the Marvel Universe action figure review. And today's action figure review, looking at wave number 4, figure number 28 of the Red Hawk. Now I got this straight from A369, who sent this as a gift from the US all the way to Malaysia, along with the main prize and other gifts as well. So thank you so very much, A369. Now this is the Red Hawk itself, and the size of the packaging is really thick, and you'll notice the front part of the packaging, you got a nice little artwork of the Red Hawk there, and nice little name there with the red background, and the bottom part here is more a bit darker red. Here you got the shield logo. It's not the hammer logo, of course. And at the bottom it's stated include shield file with secret code, which is at the back there. You'll notice the top secret file card. Here you get to see the entire figure, well, mostly of the figure itself, and it looks very nice. Of course, this is the 2009 release, so the figure itself doesn't come with a mace stand, but he's big enough. I would assume that he will stand very well on his own. Now at the back here you got a nice image of the Red Hawk figure there, and there's a bio and the rest of the wave line itself, the Blade figure, the Union Jack, and the black costume Spider-Man. At the bottom here you got Nick Fury saying become a shield agent at furyfiles.com. Very nicely done. So without further ado, let's open up this packaging so we can molest the toy. Be right back. And we're back up the removal figure and the rest of the stuff out from packaging. Now let's take a look at the top secret file card that comes along in the packaging itself. This is the file folder itself, and inside it contains the secret code for you to enter at furyfiles.com. However, this code is not usable anymore because this is from 2009. Next we have a character card of a nice little artwork of the Red Hawk, and at the back there, above it writes Superhuman Registration Act with a nice little image of the Red Hawk. No thumbprint if you notice, nice little shield logo there. Real name unknown, code name Red Hawk or Rock. Is that how you pronounce it? I have no idea. Hair black, eyes yellow, height 7 foot to 8 foot, weight unknown, sex male. Powers: possesses above class 100 strength, high resistance to injury, high healing factor, hand-to-hand combatant, weapons expert. At the bottom, enhanced human. And that's about it. Next you got a letter from Bruce Banner to Tony Stark regarding about the danger of this character would possess to the world. So in order to actually stop the Red Hawk, Bruce Banner actually suggests that it's up to the Hawk himself, the Green Giant, to actually stop him. And that's about it. Now let's take a look at the figure's paint job. Now I really like the paint job. It's mostly red, but it's nicely painted actually, especially on the face itself. You got a nice little sort of dark brown hair, but some parts of the hair itself is, you notice the red spots there are not properly painted, but it's still okay. The face itself is nicely painted, especially on the eyes. Its pupils is not yellow, it's more towards the whitish. It has black eyes though, but white pupils. You got individual teeth there, that's already painted, but some parts are more pinkish, but it's still alright. You got this torn jeans going on, very nicely painted. At the bottom part of the feet itself, nothing much. Very simplistic paint job, but it still looks very nice. Now let's take a look at the sculpt. The sculpt, however, is absolutely very nicely done. Sculpt is very detailed, especially all the muscles is being displayed there, and even the nipples as well. Look at this, all the veins are popping. You notice the veins there. Very detailed stuff. Really love the details. Face sculpt is also excellent stuff. Very detailed. Very super angry Red Hawk there. Very nicely done. I really love the details when they put there. Even the torn jeans itself, you notice, very nicely done. All the torn parts, very nicely sculpted. However, they don't do anything on the bottom part of the feet though, but it's still alright. And then here is, it's stated trademark 2009 Marvel, Hasbro 2009 China. Yeah. Bottom of the feet itself is kind of strange. The thumb itself, the thumbnail now is painted, so that's the other side, but no paint job on the bottom part of the toes. That's still okay. I really love the paint job and the sculpt. The sculpt is absolutely very nicely done. I really love the amount of details they put here. Let's take a look at the figure's articulation. Now, the figure's articulation, the head turns 360 degrees, like so. Torso here turns 360 degrees and go a little bit back and a little bit forward. You can't go side to side, of course. The shoulder here can turn 360 degrees, no hindrance at all, and can spread the arms this far. Elbow here turns 360 degrees and bend this far and straight like so. But really nicely done. The elbows bend this much, it makes it very nice to pose this figure's arms. Wrist here turns 360 degrees, and that's about it. Now here comes the bad point about the hips. There's absolutely no way I can actually find a way to actually move the hip joint except that it swivels 360 degrees. It cannot go forward just a little bit. This is as much as it can go. Look at this. This is as much as it can go. Not too sure why they even bother, or why give him that kind of a scope that he can't even move the leg that much. And this part here, this hip here, can't even barely move at all. Can still turn 360 degrees, of course. So it's kind of weird to have this kind of articulation. However, the knee there has no problem bending, but not that much, of course, and can bend a bit forward as well and turn 360 degrees. The ankles can go all the way down or all the way up like so, but it's really disappointing that the hip joint can't even move. The entire figure looks great, it's just the hip joint. So if you want to pose the character, all it does is just, well, stand. It's kind of disappointing, but the figure looks really great, really great. So if I want to give a rating of this, I really like the sculpt. Paint job is not perfect, and there's some QC problems, but it's still alright. Really wish they paint the toenails though. But it would be great that they added that kind of little bit of details. I'm not sure how they would miss that. You paint the thumbnail but you don't paint the toenails, but it's alright. But just the hip joints that's really disappointing. But overall the entire figure is absolutely very gorgeous. Very gorgeous. Looks very nicely done. So if I'm gonna give a rating on this figure, I'll give it an 8 out of 10. He would get a 9 out of 10 if he has a workable hip joint, but he doesn't. And there's some QC problems there. But 8 out of 10 is still pretty high for a figure with a proper hip joint that can move the leg forward and back. Still, it's really nice. It reminds me of the Rhino figure. Lack of some articulation, but the entire thing looks really great. So 8 out of 9 for the Red Hawk figure. I thank you all for watching. This is Lucy05 and I'm signing off.